everybody. I'm back. That's pretty much the way I start every show, but this time I really am back. It's been 2 weeks. I didn't have a show last Thursday. I went to a comedy show, so I didn't do a show that's very comedic. I don't know. Was it a good show? Tell you what, people. I don't know if you can tell by listening to me or looking at me. I'm pretty much a homebody. I mean, it was fun to go out to wipe the poo and sit down and, watching people get up there and try to make you laugh. And I did chuckle a few times, but my belly didn't hurt when I left. She enjoyed it. That's good. She laughed a lot. So, was it a good show? I guess. Everybody else laughed. Maybe I'm just weird. I might just be weird. A little bit. A little weird. So, welcome back to the Minutes with Milo show. And if you're watching it live, thank you very much. Leave a comment. Get in on the chat. If you're not watching it live, you're watching it later, leave a comment and wish you were on the chat because it's not live anymore. You can't get in on the chat. Hello? But leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down. There's Roberto. He's all weird, he says. Oh, we're all weird. Oh. Maybe I ought to clean my glasses. But anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the video. Watch the whole thing through. You might find something interesting. You might get a chuckle. You might find out new information. That's what we hope, is you get all those things here with the Minutes of Milo show, brought to you by me. And all the people that watch, even though they don't pay me, I do it because somebody watches it. I know somebody watches it. Don't you? Anyway, gut bacteria. What did I call this thing? Gut microbials? Something? Anyway, there's Gartok Cock. He's back. Howdy, y'all. I used a fancy word for, gut bacteria, gut microbes, microbilias, all those kind of things. And we're going to talk about those tonight. And probably near the end, I'm going to tell you why this show came about. Now, like a lot of things on the show, I'm going to poke fun at it. I'm going to make fun of it. But I'm going to ask questions. And I understand that, there is truth to all this. And there's probably more than what I know about. Probably more about what we're going to learn about tonight. But if you step back and look at it, it's kind of, what do they call that? Sophomoric humor? That's this guy. Sophomoric humor. So, call it gut health. I'm going to call it poop. I'm going to call it poop. Why? Because when it's all said and done, that's all you got left is poop. You put stuff in, stuff comes out. Your body uses some of it. It doesn't use the other parts. It comes out a lot of times as poop. I'm just going to say poop a lot. And that's me making fun of a serious thing. Poop. We're talking about poop. Poop. So, let's get to sharing screens and finding out wealth of knowledge. Wealthest of knowledge. Super wealthest of knowledge. Where you been? Oh man, I went to that. I'm on a summer schedule. So I'm not doing 2 shows a week, doing 1. And then that 1 week, last week, I didn't do Thursday because I went to that comedy show. And so I didn't have time. And I didn't make it up because you know what? If you've got a schedule, stick to it, right? Don't just throw stuff in there and get everybody confused. To me, it's more confusing to say, oh, well, I'll do one on Friday night. And then, are you going to start doing them every Friday night? No, just this once. So why just this once? So just don't do one. So I'm back. We're back. And we're learning stuff. Learning all kinds of stuff. Let me see if I can remember how this does. Yep. Happy wife, happy life. Like I said, it was good to go and sit down and share an evening out and, you know, do something different. Never been to a comedy show, go. I used to go a lot when I was single, lived in Knoxville. Not a lot. But I mean, you know, you're looking for things to do. Go to comedy shows. Window capture. What are we going to start with? We're going to start with, let's find out about what is gut microbiome. You know, I don't know how to say that word. I don't know anything about medical terminologies. Yeah, the Floby. Now this isn't all Floby. You worked. It does okay, but this is the clipper razors. That's what it is, and it's already starting to grow out. I mean, it doesn't hurt my hand when I rub across it, you know now. So now it's in that little fuzzy stage, but it holds my hat on really good. When you have long hair and you try to stuff it up under a hat, sometimes the hat just flies off because it's, you know, slickery up there. But now stubbly hair, it just kind of holds in there. Oh, you can't get the hat off, especially toboggan. All right, come on. Let's start sharing some stuff with these fellas and gals and people out there. I wonder if I could turn me upside down. That looks like I could. Oh, you turkey bird little. You know what I'm trying to say. Put that there. Where am I? There. I'm working on it, and I see what happens. I go away for a little while, and my brain goes kaput, kaput. Okay. Yeah, it's like Velcro. Oh, Floby. Yeah. What'd you think? Flo V. Yeah, no, it's like with the B. Bravo, not Victor. Flo B. Gut microbiome. Biome. It's like a little dome, like a biome. Your gut microbiome biome is a microscopic world within the world of your larger body. What do you know? Is there pictures? Let's see if there's pictures of poop. Nope. Here we go. There is a picture of your intestinal parts. A biome is a distinct ecosystem characterized by its environment and its inhabitants. Your gut, inside your intestines, is in fact a miniature biome, populated by trillions of microscopic organisms. These microorganisms include over 1,000 species of bacteria, as well as viruses, fungi, and parasites. Your gut microbiome is unique to you. Infants inherit the first microbes during vaginal delivery or breastfeeding. Why do you think they put parentheses chest feeding? Why? I have a chest, but I can't feed babies. It's breastfeed. Booby feed. Breastfeed. Not chest feed. I don't. There's there probably are people out there that wouldn't understand breastfeed. Trillions with the T. Trillions. Where do you see? Yeah, trillions populated by trillions of microscopic. What did I say? Did I say billions? Did I? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Yes. So, it's passed on to your babies through either vaginal delivery or breastfeeding. So that makes a question. We'll find out that this is very important with the T. Yeah, today's world, everything's in stupid trillions. I don't even have a million. It's all trillion. So it's apparently we're going to see it's important. Your gut bacteria is important to your health, and it starts at birth. So why are we, not we, but a lot of people having C-sections, which denies it the vaginal delivery? Now there might be medical reasons, or sometimes just selfish reasons. And breastfeed, there again, you're bypassing what nature gives you to do that provides help for your baby, and they're bypassing it. Because why? You guessed it. Who knows? You said trillions. I was pointing that out. Redundancy. Robert's my backup. So, healthy babies should be vaginally delivered and breastfed. It helps them right off the bat. Later, your diet and other environmental exposures introduce new microbes to your biome. Some of these exposures can also harm or diminish your gut's microbiota. Why is it important? So, I'm not up on all this stuff, but like I said, you eat things, it gets broken down, your body takes out what it wants, what it needs to work, to function, to build itself up, to keep itself healthy, and then it throws the rest of it around the old poop chute. See, I'm going to work in poop everywhere I can. Down the old poop chute, out into the yard. And so, if you live in the city, it goes down under the road, not out in the yard, but under the road. So, it's important because this stuff breaks down your food, makes it into stuff, into I don't know, what would you say? It breaks it down into something your body can utilize. So, the better it does, the better it breaks stuff down, the better your body works because it's getting the best nutrients. Most microorganisms in your guts have a symbiotic relationship with us, their hosts. That means we benefit from their relationship. We provide them with food and shelter, and they provide us important services for our body. These helpful microbes also help to keep potential harmful ones in check. You can think of your gut microbiome as a diverse native garden that you rely on for nutritious food and medicines. When your garden is healthy and thriving, you thrive too. But if the soil is depleted or polluted, or if pests or weeds are overrunning the helpful plants, it can upset the whole ecosystem. So, they're saying it's a garden. Sure, why not? You know, I didn't make this up. I'm just reading it. Your gut microbiome interacts with many of your body systems and assists with many body functions. Plays an active role in your body that healthcare providers have described as being almost an organ itself. Some of these interactions we're still learning about while others are well known. So let's just skip around here because, you know, a wicked garden. I don't know if it's wicked. Sometimes it gets all twisted up, doesn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it sends out some stuff that we don't really want to deal with. So one of the things later on, when I get to the part where I'll show you why tonight's show is about this, because to me this is the finding out knowledge stuff. This is where all you want to learn stuff, and then at the end is when I really poke fun at it. So, the biome, your gut biome, plays a large part in your immune system. The beneficial microbes in your gut help to train your immune system to tell them apart from the unhelpful pathogenic types. Your gut is your largest immune system organ, containing up to 80% of your body's immune cells. These cells help to clear out the many pathogens that pass through it every day. So when it's not healthy, the chances are maybe you get bad things that grow. It's not supposed to. Helpful gut microbes also compete directly with unhelpful types for the real estate nutrients, preventing them from taking up too much territory. Some of the chronic bacterial infections that can affect your GI tract, including these others I can't pronounce, are directly related to having diminished gut microbiome. Short-chain fatty acids, the byproducts of helpful gut bacteria, have important benefits in your immune system. They help maintain your gut barrier, keeping the bacteria and bacterial toxins inside from escaping into your bloodstream. They also have anti-inflammatory properties for your gut. So, talks about here one of these systems. It goes about going septic, getting an infection in your bloodstream. And if you've ever had one of those, they're not fun. You know, your body goes like supernova. If you eat Wicked Garden, if you eat eggs, broccoli, and beer, are you going to mix this up and put it in the blender? You got to say if you eat pickled eggs, broccoli, and beer, you're liable to get some reactions. Some like, what are those things they put? Mentos. Almost similar to a Mentos in a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. Not quite that extreme, but you get the drift. Gut microbes can affect your nervous system through the gut-brain axis. I don't know about you, but my gut is not close to my brain. Love some pickled eggs. I know it. They're good stuff. I had some. What I did, my wife went to that Strawberry Hut place, and she buys me stuff when she goes there. Of course, she gets strawberries. But she bought me some mustard-style pickled eggs and some pickled beets. So what I ended up doing is once the pickled beets were gone, I took some of those mustard pickled eggs and put them in the pickled beet juice, and it was pretty good. Depends on where your head is, but typically mine's not down that far. Let's see, where were we? The gut-brain axis, the network of nerves, neurons, and neurotransmitters that runs through your GI tract. Certain bacteria actually produce or stimulate the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin that send chemical signals to your brain. Bacterial products may also affect your nervous system. Short-chain fatty acids appear to have positive effects, while bacteria toxins may damage nerves. Researchers continue to investigate how your gut microbiome might be involved in various neurological, behavioral, nerve pain, and mood disorders. So they're making this big jump to where, and some ways I believe it. If your body's feeling good, then your brain's feeling good. I can relate to that. Some of it, I don't know. We'll see it. I don't know exactly where it is. It might be in the last part where we're reading while I got started on this. They make a leap to where I have a hard stretch making some of the connections they make. And y'all, in this day and time, as a lot of people say, I have a hard time making that connection when just somebody says, oh, yes, it's true, and we believe, or research shows, or, studies show this, that, or another thing. So it's a little hard for me to get some of that. To get to that point, that might be because I'm dumb and uneducated. Robert's he's going, tomorrow night, poor old Roberto is on call. Here's to you, Roberto. Researchers continue to explore how your gut microbiome might be involved in metabolic syndrome, obesity, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and excessive fat storage in your liver. These conditions have some relationship with certain gut microbiota, although exactly what it isn't clear. Making a big jump. Where is your gut? Your gut, GI tract, dysbiosis. All right. A loss of, this is a disease, I guess a condition, I can't pronounce, referred to an unbalanced or unhealthy gut microbiome. It means a loss of deficit. All right, a loss or deficit of beneficial bacteria, overgrowth of potentially pathogenic bad bacteria, and loss of overall bacterial diversity. Dysbiosis may start with one of these three factors, but the other tends to soon follow. A loss of beneficial bacteria leaves your gut vulnerable to more disease-causing or invasive types. So, environmental factors that affect. Let's see, let's get down through here and talk about. See, if one time I was told that eating pickled things are good for your gut. So let's see. Let's ask it that question. Are pickled foods good for gut? What are we saying? But I'm going to just call it bacteria. I'm going to just call it gut health. Good for gut health. Oh, Harvard Health has picked up something here. Well, let's look at that. Da-da-da. Naturally fermented foods are getting. Why do you do that? I don't want to enter my email. Get out of my face. Naturally fermented foods are getting a lot of attention from health experts these days because they may help strengthen your gut microbiome. The 100 trillion or so bacteria and microorganisms that live in your digestive tract. Researchers are beginning to link these tiny creatures to all sorts of health conditions, from obesity to neurodegenerative diseases. Fermented foods are preserved using an age-old process that not only boosts the food's shelf life and nutritional value, but can give your body a dose of healthy probiotics, which are live microorganisms crucial to healthy digestion, says Dr. David Ludwig, a professor of nutrition at the Harvard School of Public Health. Not all fermented foods are created equal. The foods that give your body beneficial probiotics are those fermented using natural processes and contain probiotics. Live cultures are found in not only yogurt and yogurt-like drink called kefir, but also in Korean pickled vegetable called kimchi, sauerkraut, and some pickles. The jars of pickles you can buy off the shelf at the supermarket are sometimes pickled using vinegar and not the natural fermentation process using live organisms. Ah, see, we're getting to it. Which means they don't contain probiotics. To ensure the fermented foods you choose do contain probiotics, look for the words naturally fermented on the label, and when you open the jar, look for the telltale bubbles in the liquid, which signal that live organisms are inside the jar. Well, sauerkraut. So kimchi, and not all pickled, so pickled eggs may not be so good for you because it is pickled using vinegar and they're not fermented. So I think that's why try making your own naturally pickled vegetables. Craig, if he was here, he'd tell us how to make some kimchi. Whoa, hello Kelly Balo Duwu. former executive editor at Harvard Women's Health Watch. So you got to ferment your foods naturally. All right, so here's an age-old question. Does all yogurt douse? Let's see, is all yogurt probiotics? That's a stupid way of asking it. Oh my goodness, even when I look at it, I can't. All right, here we go. Does all yogurt have probiotics? Greek, Fag, Dannon, Chobani, and Yoplait. As an expert in gut health with years of experience, I'm here to answer one of the most common questions I get asked. Does all yogurt have probiotics? The answer is yes, but not all yogurts are created equal when it comes to probiotic content and viability. So, yes, kimchi is made with cabbage, very healthy, so I heard. Yes. For J. Makes you fart for J? Huh? What, you tell me how to say one of those words? While all yogurts start with probiotics due to the fermentation process, not all finished yogurt products on the market contain live and active probiotics. With so many different yogurt brands and types on the market, it can be difficult to navigate which ones are best for gut health. In this post, I'll break down key highlights. Most yogurts contain 500 billion CFU of probiotics per serving, but most of them die when it's processed to increase shelf life. Also, the older a yogurt is, the fewer microbes are left alive. The probiotic content and viability of different yogurts may vary, so it's not important to check the nutritional labels for information on the strains and amounts of probiotics. Some of the popular yogurts that contain probiotics are Greek yogurt, Dannon, Chobani, Yoplait, almond milk yogurt, All Pro yogurt, Bajay, and Activia all contain probiotics. So, does all yogurt contain probiotics? Yes and no. So says Wifey Poo. Okay. Bajay is how you say that one. F-A-G-E, phage. It's like sage, only with an F. Sage, phage, Bajay. How about sour cream? Is it fermented? Well, that looks good. I like me a good yogurt shake. Shaky, shaky. Well, I guess what I'm going to do, download product supplement cheat sheet. No. And we'll get rid of you. Does he sour cream have probiotics? I can't do it. Forget it. There it is. Sour cream can contain probiotics, but not all varieties do. Look for a label that says contains active cultures to find sour cream with probiotics. Probiotics are healthy, alive bacteria that can help with the lactose intolerance and manage irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, those big words. Is the most commonly used probiotic in the United States. Is sour cream healthy? Use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream and you should get probiotics. Where were we? Let's see. We've been on here 29 minutes. All right. I'm sorry. I skipped ahead in my brain. It made me laugh. Signs of an unhealthy gut and what to do about it. Poor gut health may manifest as fatigue, upset stomach, skin conditions, and autoimmune challenges. Probiotics, fermented foods, hydration, and stress management can help. Stress management. How about retirement? I think that would help. What is the gut microbiome and why is it important? Now we know what it is. How does it affect your health? It's a complex 7 signs of an unhealthy gut. High stress levels. Well, how do you measure that? Who's to say that mine or yours is more or less stressful than somebody else's? Too little sleep. Well, stress leads to too little sleep. Eating a Western diet high in processed and sugary foods. Taking antibiotics. So, basically saying we don't eat the right stuff. And that's probably true. This in turn may affect other aspects of your health such as immune function, hormone levels, weight, development of diseases. You may notice a few symptoms if you have reduced gut health. Here are 7 of the most common signs. Upset stomach. Stomach disturbances can all be signs of an unhealthy gut. They include gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and heartburn. Sign me up. A balanced gut may have less difficulty processing food and eliminating waste, likely leading to fewer symptoms. 2. A high sugar diet. A high sugar diet is not a symptom. Yeah, I thought we were looking at 7 signs of an unhealthy. Okay. 7 signs. So you have an upset stomach or you eat a high sugar diet. A high diet in processed foods and adding sugars can decrease the amount of good bacteria and diversity in your gut. Research suggests that eating too much sugar may lead to increased inflammation throughout the body. So 3, unintentional weight changes, gaining or losing weight without changing your diet, sleep disturbances, or constant fatigue. Research indicates that an imbalance in gut bacteria may be linked to fragmented sleep and short sleep duration, which may lead to chronic fatigue. 5, skin irritation. 6, autoimmune conditions. And 7, food intolerance. Food intolerances are the result of difficulty digesting certain foods that is different than a food allergy, which is caused by an immune system reaction to certain foods. Research indicates that food intolerances like lactose intolerance may be caused by poor quality of bacteria in the gut. This can lead to trouble digesting the trigger food and symptoms like bloating, gas, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and nausea. All right, 7 things you can help. Lower your stress levels. Meditate, walk, get a massage. Yes, spending time with friends and family may lead to high stress. Diffusing essential oils. Limiting alcohol intake to 1 beer at a time. Laughing. Practicing yoga. Spending time with a pet. Now, I'm all for that. Get enough sleep. Eat slowly. Stay hydrated. Take a prebiotic or probiotic. Check for food intolerances. Change your diet. High fiber foods are good. Garlic. A small 2008 study of 49 people similarly found that aged garlic extract increased diversity and levels of beneficial bacteria. Still, more research in humans should be done. Fermented foods. Kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, and kefir. Kefir was that drink, wasn't it? Oh, fermented milk product is widely touted for its health benefits. Oh my gosh. Kefir, a staple food in many cultures around the globe, has become incredibly popular in the natural health community. High nutrients and probiotics is very beneficial for digestion and gut health. In fact, many people consider it to be more nutritious than yogurt. Kefir Let's see. I like to say so. Cured for sure. Love it on baked taters. Sour cream. Yep. I say so. Still chilled. That's me no pills though. Thought my guts were in decent condition. Huh. Yep. One beer at a time. This is a fermented drink traditionally made with cow's milk or goat's milk. It is made by adding kefir grains to the milk. These are not cereal grains, but grains like colonies of yeast and lactic acid bacteria that resemble a cauliflower in appearance. Over approximately 24 hours, the microorganisms in the kefir grains multiply and ferment the sugars in the milk, turning it to kefir. Then the grains are removed from the liquid and can be used again. In other words, kefir is the drink, but kefir grains are the starter culture that used to produce the beverage. The grains, lactic acid bacteria, turn the milk lactose into lactic acid. This is what makes kefir taste sour like yogurt, but it has a thinner consistency. I can't, what? Oh, all right. Here goes another question. This is what happens. This is why we end up being here an hour. Is buttermilk good for gut health? My mom loves buttermilk. I can't stand it. It's curdled milk. Let's see. Okay. Love bug probiotics. Well, let's look at WebMD here. You probably had buttermilk before, buttermilk pancakes, biscuits and ranch dressing. The tangy, creamy liquid is perfect in many recipes. It's also filled with some surprising health benefits. While buttermilk sounds like a high-fat drink, it's actually the opposite. Buttermilk was originally made from milk that was left over after making butter. Churning milk removed the fat by converting it to butter. The churning process left the milk in the churn just a little sour, full of bacteria that are surprisingly good for you. The end result was a versatile liquid, rich with protein and perfect for baking. Dairy farmers have been using buttermilk for centuries and is considered a healthy, useful dietary byproduct today. 1 cup serving of cultured 1% buttermilk contains, I don't understand. I don't know. 110 calories, 9 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, 13 grams of carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of fiber, 12 grams of sugar. Doesn't sound too healthy, really. A lot of carbohydrates, a lot of sugars, no fiber, not too much protein. The fat's not bad. It says it's an excellent source of protein, which your body needs to build healthy muscles, skin, and bones. Most buttermilk on the market also is fortified with extra vitamins and minerals, such as these. All right. So it can contain the riboflavin in buttermilk is a B vitamin that is vital for your body's energy production. It can make your gut healthier. The healthy bacteria added to buttermilk offer another benefit that actually act as a probiotic. Your gut is filled with bacteria that help you digest your food. Sometimes after you take antibiotics or have a stomach illness, the number of good bacteria in your gut becomes lower than it should be. Probiotics help improve your digestive health by repopulating your stomach with the bacteria you need for digestion. Yes, if you can keep it down. I'm afraid I don't think I've ever willingly or knowingly drank buttermilk or kefir for that matter. All right, so all right, we're into 30 minutes. Let's go why I started with this. Why tonight is this show on gut health? Well, as many times, sour camel milk, ooh, sourdough bread. Not everything, Robert, not everything sour is good for you, right? No, just because it's sour don't mean it's good for you. Sourdough. Where would you get sour camel's milk? Blech. Nope, nope, nope. All right. So on one of my feeds, one of my Facebooks or Instagrams, I saw a thing that came across there, and it said that you could get paid for your poop. And of course, what I had to look at this. Paid for your poop. So I did some research. And it led me to this show tonight. But here we go. Humanmicrobes.com. Is it a .com? It's a .org. I'm sorry. Humanmicrobes.org. They will pay for your poop. And I thought that was very interesting. I thought Robert would be rich. And that he might throw a few of those hundos my way because I hooked him up with becoming a millionaire. And it may or may not be legit. It sounds legit from what I read, but it also is very specific. Okay, so one of the ways, and Craig said he didn't know this, and I'd heard it somewhere and knew something about it. One of the ways to improve, like if you have a disease or have a problem and your good gut bacteria gets flushed out of your body and the bad bacteria builds up so much you can't make it, your body just can't get that back. All right. So one of the ways they treat that is by taking, by inserting into your bowels products of other people's bowels to transfuse the good bacteria back into your gut. I don't know what it's called, but it's taking it's taking somebody else's poop and putting it in your poop chute. And that's supposed to, revitalize your gut because your body can't reproduce the good gut bacteria. All right. So this place specializes in fecal microbiota transplant, FTMs, and the gut microbiome. Okay? So they're doing research to find the best gut microbiome they can find and hook these people that have these better gut biomes with people that need it. So there's a donor and a recipient. Okay? So these, we'll just look. You can become a donor. You can make money, save lives, become a fecal microbiota transplant donor. All right? And we're going to watch a video, class. We're going to watch a video. So let me turn, I've never seen this before, but it says your poop could save someone's life. You got to click on it. And if it shows a baggie full of poop, you got to click on it twice. So let's see what it says. Can y'all hear it? It says my little things are going back and forth.
Fecal microbiota transplant, or FMT, is a medical procedure where you take a healthy person's stool, aka shit, and inject it into an unhealthy person's bowels to replenish good bacteria and other microorganisms necessary for proper gut function. In the past 2 decades, fecal transplants have gone from a fringe experimental practice to an FDA-approved treatment for the deadly bacterial infection Clostridium difficile, or C. diff, which it has proven 90 to 95% effective at curing.
So we're getting close to the end here.
And numerous clinical trials are currently underway to see if fecal transplants can be used to treat a wider array of intestinal diseases, as well as conditions affecting the liver, the immune system, even moods, all of which has exponentially increased the medical community's demand for good shit. So in order to have fecal transplants, obviously you need feces. In the earliest forms of the procedure, people would just kind of like pick their friends with really healthy bowels and take that feces to the hospital, and the hospital would divvy it up and put them in them. There's now a stool bank called MwM in Boston, which accepts donors, gives them, I believe, like $40 or so, and screens them for anything that could be wrong with their stool. So the donors they do have are super healthy, like Joe, who is showing up here at 7 in the morning, having run from his house to make coffee.
Howdy.
The key part to sort of our business model is really that, the old way of doing FMT was you invest a lot of time and effort into finding a good donor. You treat one patient and then you never use that information again. In our case, the view is, hey, people poop every day. We can get many, many samples and treat many, many patients from a single donor.
It's like having a prize fighter or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
In terms of the donors, all the foot traffic this morning was all like young and male.
They're definitely young. I think that they're like 2/3 male or something like that. That's kind of the typical donor.
I was going to ask if there was any difference gender-wise between, like, if stool varied from male to
Yeah, stool size. We looked at that a while ago. I don't think we saw a difference because I was like very interested in that. I seem to remember there was a correlation between like body mass, like bigger people take bigger shits, but I think it's pretty varied there.
Okay, we see where this is going. So, this guy says they're paying $40 at this place, at this hospital, whatever. The fact I like about this video is they're using terminology. They're taking a shit, poop, bigger body mass has bigger poops. I like that. But anyway, this is a company, I guess, that will get paid up to $500 per stool sample. And you've got to go through a screening questionnaire, a complete verification of stool type and physical fitness, a video interview, stool and blood testing. It's paid for us by us, the company, or by the recipient. And get paid $500 per stool. If you have a bowel movement every day, you can earn $180,000 per year. All right, most recipients will probably, a recipient at this, you can either get it sent to the company or direct to a recipient, like somebody that needs the poop. You pack it on dry ice and you ship it, which is all covered by either this company or the recipient. Donors are prepaid for everything. We receive the order and payment from the recipient, then pass it on to the donor. The donor then prepares it and ships it out. So you got to be qualified. I guess you get on a poop list and you do your business. By default, we also keep donors completely anonymous from the recipients in order to maintain your privacy. All right, so the mission of this human microbes, chronic disease and general poor health have been drastically increasing over the past decades to the point where the vast majority of the population is now extremely unhealthy. It goes well beyond a single generation, being a little overweight due to eating too much. It is exponentially worsening crisis, which each generation, in large part due to its loss of our host native microbes that get passed down from generation to generation. This not only leads to a large amount of suffering and death from both adults and children, but it also has drastic social detriments when the vast majority of people are poorly functioning. Restoring the gut microbiome via FMT, recent microbiome research discoveries have given hope of addressing these major problems, but in order to do so, we need the tiny, not 1%, but 0.1% of people who are still healthy enough to qualify as high-quality stool donors to sign up and start donating their stool. While many other operations have a primary financial motivation, our motivation is fixing people and fixing society. We aim to find the fewer than the 0.1% of people who qualify and connect them with doctors, researchers, hospitals, clinical trials, and individuals. So apparently this company is very, very particular. That's why we voted Robert out. We know he can't make the cut. his poop does stink, so he's not making it. So here are what are the basic stool qualifications. You have to have the tilt back head attitude. Donors must be in exceptional physical and mental health, ideally top young athletes. Ideal donors would be under 30 years of age. Donors can be under 18 provided they have a signed consent from their parents. Many children need FMT, and we'd like to match these children with young donors. We don't currently have a minimum age. Donors should have minimal antibiotic use, a specific Bristol stool type. I don't know, we'll look that up. We're accepting donors from anywhere in the world where they have access to dry ice. So, the general process of donating your stool poop. Collect your stool poop directly in a Ziploc bag. That sounds messy. It sounds problematic. It sounds hard to do. So, in that one video, they had the stool catcher, but that's a bucket. That's not straight into the Ziploc baggie. Could you line that with the baggie? I don't know. All right, ship on dry ice or optionally store multiple samples in the freezer to ship together. If there's a recipient local to you, you may agree on a local pickup. A simple collection kit can be used if your bowel movements are typically not at home, like at work, right, Robert? 1. Insulated lunch bag. 2. Frozen ice pack and a Ziploc freezer bag. You can store the ice pack in the Ziploc bag inside the insulated lunch bag. Then leave it in the refrigerator at work and mark, please do not mess with my poop sample. You can leave the kit in the freezer overnight and then take it with you during the day. If you are willing, some recipients may request for the stool to be mixed with an antifreeze solution. Some may request for the stool to be encapsulated. These are optional and you may charge what you feel your extra time is worth. All shipping, materials, shipping costs, and dry ice will be paid for by us or the recipients. So if you're healthy, have minimal antibiotic use, you're over 18 or have a parent's consent, and you have the specific Bristol stool type, let's look that up. You can make strictly no overhead because they're paying for shipping, they're paying for all that stuff. What is you making some bank? $180,000 for pooping in a bag if you go every day. The Bristol stool chart classifies stool into 7 different categories. Type 1 and 2, separate pellet-like hard lumps that are hard to pass. Constipation. Type 3 and 4, sausage-shaped poop. Let's just say it, sausage-shaped poop with cracks on the surface, healthy stools. Type 5, blobs that are soft and pass easily. 6, mushy poop in the form of fluffy pieces and ragged edges. Type 7, entirely liquid, no solid poop, diarrhea. So, this leads me to the question of, well, how do you read your poop? And apparently there is a chart for reading poop. Now, it's serious, but I'm sorry. It's funny. Here, I went, see, this is on Pinterest. I mean, it's just hard to deal with Pinterest. What's this one? Can we see that? This is Nebraska Med. No, let's go back. Can y'all read that? I think it's big enough. It looks like it's big enough. Except maybe Robert's, he's on his phone. Robert's, his curls around the bowl like a curled up snake. Let's see what that would it be like. You might have type 4, which is like sausage or snake, smooth and soft. Smooth and soft. So, you're a type 4 Bristol. All right, type 1 Bristol. Separate, hard lumps like nuts, hard to pass. So, if you ever have the expression shit and peach pits, then this is your type 1 Bristol stool chart. Type 2, sausage shaped but lumpy. So type 1, that would be like rabbits. I mean, that's the way, or deer. Type 2, sausage shaped but lumpy. Type 3, like sausage but with cracks on the surface. According to that one, this is the perfect style right here. Type 4, like sausage or snake, smooth and soft. Type 5, soft blobs with clear-cut edges. Type 6, fluffy pieces with ragged edges. A mushy poop. 7, watery, no solid pieces, entirely liquid. All right. So there you have it. My funny take on a serious topic. So, gut health is important, trust me. It is. And it can be, very tough to deal with. If you've ever had, I won't say stomach flu, but I guess, raging explosive diarrhea or any of that stuff where you get the cramps and, if you've ever prepped for a colonoscopy, you get that all the time, the cramps, that feeling. It's no fun. It's no fun. But I'd like to know, like a lot of things, who decided is like, my gut is bad. Give me some of your poop and let me insert it into my poop chute so that mine gets better. Robert is just a smorgasbord of poop, he says. He just has all of it. I hope not all at once. But anyway, if you know any young, healthy athletes like that are seniors in high school, maybe freshmen in college before they get too partied out, you make more money than selling your plasma. And you're going to be pooping anyway. Why clog up the sewer lines when you can put it in a bag and ship it on dry ice to somebody that's going to need it? Right? Somebody that's going to need it. And I'm sure, it's got to help. Otherwise, I don't guess it's got to help. But you hope it helps. So, anyway, there you go. Gut biomes, gut health, and selling poop on the poop market for $500 a poop. Up to, I guess. So anyway, if you made it this far, bless you. Bless your heart, child, because you're as crazy as the rest of us. But, like I said, learn something, laugh at something, tell somebody else about it. Like I said, Craig, he didn't realize that this thing was where you could even insert poop to make better gut health. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. So, subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. Give it a notification. Turn the notification bell on. Leave me a comment. Give me some ideas for, some other stories, other shows, and, you can call in. I didn't actually turn the phone on this time. Maybe somebody tried to call. So, Cool Dog there, he left the scene. Garthog left the scene. He said, no thanks. I'm out. Robert's all about the poop talk. All about the poop talk. So if you need one of those, just print it off the internet where you can like, what they need is like a flashcard so you can like hold it down in the commode and see which one it is. Robert says he's never heard of it until now. I've heard of it. I didn't think it was a big business, but you know, it showed that research place paying $40 for the sample. Shoot, man, $500 is 10 times that amount. That seems like the way to go. So anyway, thanks for everybody watching. People, I have 128 followers. That's great. And you know, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your poop doctor. Talk to your doctor about poop. You know, there's other things going on out there that you have to worry about, but still, gut health is important. You don't feel good through the day, you can't work right, can't do good. So, anyway, drink your one beer at a time, not two at a time. Very messy. Unless you have straws. You get one of them straws with the hats, you can do that. So let's see. Let me get me back to here. We'll do the transition. That way I can say goodbye in person. You won't have to look at me in a tiny little screen. All right, everybody. A week from today, we're going to do another one. Unless I go to another comedy show, concert, or something. Not going to happen, probably. Maybe go out to eat. I like to go out to eat. All right, everybody. Let me find this stop streaming button. I'll hit it, and then 15 seconds later, it'll stop. All right. Thank you. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1007, 1008, 1009. Are you still here? 10, 11. Stop streaming, I said.